Okay, there we go. As I said, I had to clear my throat there for a moment. I believe this game said it was mostly playable with my controller, which means I don't have to use my mouse at all. Or maybe not. Speedrun mode? What is that? I wonder how long it takes to load. Maybe I should turn that from ultra to like maybe high. It's hard to tell with some of these games. Oh, it just loaded me right in. What's the library? Oh, wow, wow. Alright, so find ticket in order to leave the town Babbidi, climb away for Babbidi and reach the highest peak. Get all secret objects in town Babbidi and interact with everyone. Finish the game under 4 minutes. Okay, leave the town Babbidi. Isn't the same thing, like Babbidi Quest, or I guess something. Do a 360 with the motorbike. Get hit by a train. Press the code next to the church with the bike. Okay, interesting. It's like 21 secret objects. Oh, play ball with the ball. Play ball with the dog. Okay. Oh, so there's a sprint button. Okay. It seems like we're always sprinting, though. Oh, no. There's a clear difference. Maybe we see each other again. Bye. That's it? Take my club. Just grabbing surfaces with it. Maybe we see each other again. Bye. Nope. How do I hit things with it? Is that people over there? It's hard to tell with how small everything seems. We'll get out of Babbidi. I have train tickets. Okay. We'll get out. Okay. His wife is sick. Sick. He needs to reach the city by train. So he used the elevator. Okay. He found a secret object. Okay. What is the secret object? What is it? Okay. It's just I don't like how dark it is all of a sudden. Oh, we can actually see out in the city there. There's probably a flashlight we get and we can find something in that area, huh? So then we use the elevator. All those different hallways. Oh shit, I didn't even notice this guy right there. You wanna leave? Take the train. The station isn't far. The doctor said to stay in that position. Touch my shoes. You wanna leave? Okay. It feels very empty and like pretty at the same time almost. Birds. Does anyone get like food or anything? There's someone like laying in the water over there. Oh, I'm pretty sure they're dead. Hello, Lori. What are we doing? Chasing someone with a bat? We are playing a horror game called Babbidi. We are trying to escape the city via train, climbing, or other ways how. It was a horror game recommended to me by a creator I enjoyed. So I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll give it a try. In this big and empty, like, desolate city. What is that noise? Play Ball the Dog. Oh. Okay. Didn't realize that was an achievement. But I was told it's one of those games you kind of explore on your own, trying to figure out how to get out. There's multiple ways to get out. Sure, I'll take a horror crochet bunny. Oh. From all we know is that we were told the best way to get out is by train by other characters, so we shall try to figure our way out. Oh, can we like jump? What does it mean by that? we can like climb is what it's telling us. Like the sandwalk sound? Yeah, the sound's really good. Should I put anything on that? That might be what it's from. Yes, his name is Bonnie. There's an old lady over there. Looks like. One step at a time. I can make it home. Nope. I hear someone. I don't know where they are. No, I don't hear shouting anymore. Oh. Probably above us. Oop. I did see a church and a train station sign. Oh, it's going that way. Looks like someone over there as well. I'm so bored. Make my head spin. Holy shit, there's a bike. Hi. Oh. That was impressive. We got achievement for that as well. I guess it's gonna be good for like getting around places, but otherwise it's not useful. What the Sue noise? Or the achievement noise? Can I have my pickaxe back? Where'd my pickaxe go? Alright, I lost my pickaxe, apparently. Oh, there it is. It was nice. I had to go away for a wedding. And then, like, take a few days off for myself. Unfortunately, I did get sick off of it, so I'm, like, coming off the end of a sickness. Which, you know, sucks. But I think I went for the worst of it, a couple days ago. Now it's just the cough and then, like, my, I have congestion in the head. I'm hoping that, like, I just get through it. Hello, Patty. I actually owe a lot of getting the better to Saku, because like she had a few good tea remedies to help me recover my voice and such, because it was actually getting really bad. Fred, did you break the chat for me? Probably holding chat hostage until I'm named top mod. You guys can fight it out totally if you like. Also, to answer your question, Lori, or not question, but thing, the image to me, not Five Nights at Freddy, because Bonnie is purple, I believe. It was actually really bad because we were like on a plane, and because like my head was congested and all of the pressure, it, like to me it felt like a head was gonna explode, and it was very painful. Sure, I'll take it. I need to figure out how to get the jumping on with this. There's a dog. Poor dog. There's birds. There's the guy who was smoking. There's the grandma. Can I pet the dog? No, but he's barking at nothing, but we did play fetch with him. We also pressed the lady with a motorcycle, which, oh no, a motorcycle was just sitting around. That was loud. Huh. I think that is. I didn't want to say anything because I was like, why? Make room. Oh. The Serginsky. It's Voltaire. Oh, the world until fix. The world until yesterday. Collapse. Okay, is this the whole thing supposed to be like the world like tried to make so much room for people and then it broke apart? Oh, America, don't know about you. 1984. Okay, I'm getting the vibe of this game. Are we like in a gulag? Is that what's going on? Alright, we're gonna make the jump. Alright. Where the fuck was the train station sign? Hello, cousin Matt. I don't know what about this feels very back for mess. It does very feel like that. Sweet, sweet sunshine. Babbidi. Maybe travel agents still sell tickets. The information center is at the end of the canal. Get out of my sight. Get out of my sight. Trumpet, or like a tuba? That Minecraft, the Minecraft update is wild, yeah. Sewer's oil. That reminds me. Did anyone ever see when they tried to do the mob vote and then like fans try to like throw the vote out because they're like, this is stupid? Why are you guys so loud? That was my favorite music when I was a child. Do you not? Do you not talk? Okay. My favorite for the vote was Bro Face. Mmm. If they voted, it wouldn't matter because the mod that was going to be played was already picked out. Yeah, I remember because like uh Poor Man's Poison was like used a lot for videos like to like don't vote videos. It was very great. That reminds me, how much would it take to convince you Patty to play a horror mod Minecraft server? Trains don't stop. Neither of you step on the tracks. Unless you got a ticket. Toilet. Let's go to the toilet. Multiplayer server. Wait, the bat is back. Ooh. Are you still doing tea for honey and lemon and it helps? So, may have probably told you that already. Yeah, I already drank like 2 cups of tea so far today. I'm probably gonna go for a third after stream. I enjoy that too much. There's just bats everywhere. The only leading Babbidi requires a train ticket. You might lose at the end of the canal in the information center. Oh shit, it's actually kind of pretty over here. Yeah, I forgot I have like 2 versions of like Minecraft. I have the was it Java and Bedrock. I remember I did a server, like joined a server for like this was supposed to be like an RP server, but like the RP kind of died real quick. And I was just like, I was like, oh okay, I'll do that. And I was like, why is it not working? Like, oh, are you Bedrock or Java? I'm like, Java. They're like, yeah, swap to the other one. It's just some mods won't work on the on one or the other. It's a pretty big fucking map now I think about it. I don't like when I'm suddenly giving a flashlight, The gun's a secret object. I remember when you were just a child. You had such a great time with your mother. What do you mean by that? Okay, motherfucker. I was able to knock out a few things today, though, so I made quite a bit of progress. Like, one of the things I was able to do was knock out some of the reviews. Because, like, I finally did the, like, spiced up review. I wanted to pick up in Italy. And then I was able to do the VOD. Alright, I'm done. Yes, I've tried a rum. It was actually really good. It was much more smooth than I realized. Saka actually tried some as well, and she enjoyed it. So, do we go over there, or it looks like there, maybe? Because I was told, like, endlessly, by people while I was visiting, down south, that, like, hey, you have to go to a Publix. You have to go to a Publix. And we found, the rum in a Publix, and I was like, wow, this feels very funny, but I wanted to pick something up while I was in Florida anyway, so I was like, you know what, this works perfect. Because I was hoping for, like, a whiskey or bourbon, but then I was, like, told, like, rum tends to be more of a Florida thing than, like, whiskey or bourbon. Yeah, the series is known for the brewing thing. I could have them send you some. Ooh, that'd be nice. But yeah, I really enjoyed the rum. It's very nice. I also brought back that in a bit of Irish mist honey. So I brought myself a honey whiskey as well. Which way am I supposed to go? Oh, Patty. Um, just so you know, where we things stand with Triforeign. Saku did get like a 5 paragraph like long message about the intro about what Triforeign is. So like, uh, apparently the plan is like to get like the new players in by like well, not this coming session, but the next session, which a bit surprised me. I said I'll be there the Sunday. I'm off Sunday, so I have nothing going on anyway. I do think the best way to handle the situation is to write that off. I just hope it's not by death. That was not the right way to go. Maybe it was the right way to go. I looked away at my phone at the wrong time. I'm just hoping I'm like going the right direction here. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. Was there a point to come down here? I never know if I'm making progress or no progress at all. Oh, maybe we're supposed to go that way? Made it. Can I just like leave that way? If I saw the pickaxe, can I just like climb out maybe? And also, Pat, I need to actually start writing my character backstory for your Lancer idea, because I've yet to do that. Now you said they're gonna be a menace with the help of Mel. I've gotten so much freedom from Mel to do things with her character that it's just going to be a great thing. Like, one of the things I've already talked with her and we have agreed on is that, so the whole thing is that she's going to be wearing a helmet, like almost at all times. And that I can just put a smiley or frowny face on a sticky note and just stick it on her helmet anytime I wish to convey what mood she's feeling at that moment or what mood I think she's conveying at that moment. And I love that. Oh shit, there is a motorcycle right there. No more tickets. I just... Just drive? Okay. Oh shit. What's this? Spooky purple lights? Okay. What is that? Glowing red symbol. Oh, I fell. Found a fish. I am probably going a bit too fast, but that's fine. Alright, this is where I have to leave you. I'm trying to get a handle of this place, of like where to go and how to get there. But what is that red glowing symbol for? Bird, go away. You don't sell tickets anymore. Remember that sick woman? She died. Maybe you can have her ticket. Take this event and right-click to find her corpse. If I did finish this game under an hour, I do have like other games lined up that are more about like exploring different places. You just put how big this game looked. I was like, oh, this will take like 2 hours, right? How do I use this? Or is it just gonna beep when I get close to it? It's a leaf blower? So we can technically fly a bit now. Awesome. Sure, won't hurt you. That's hilarious. There's just bats everywhere. Alright, this is like right around the beginning of the game. Oh, there's a leaf blower right there. Our body decays so quickly. No need for this anymore. Take it. Run by the bugs. Run by the bugs. Run by the bugs. Up there. I think his wife passed away. Too much for her. I forgot to hit leaf blow. Alright, how'd I get back to the train station? There was like a sign, I remember. Like, now exploring a lot of parts of this area, I can see like where they all interconnect. Just a big giant ball. Oh, the station is that way, okay. So you got a ticket.
Babbidi, Babbidi.
Oh yeah, there we go. And then we're gonna go on to our next game, which was Unsorted Horror. It was 5 small games. One of them I am not gonna like as all, because it does involve eight-legged freaks. But hopefully we don't get to that game. All right. Is that the accepted term for those wee beasties? Yeah. Also, technically, it holds a bit of lore with Suki. So, for those that don't know, what started my fear of like eight-legged freaks was the movie Eight-Legged Freaks, which is a comedy horror movie of if spiders became because of radioactive waste became the size of like vehicles and such. I watched it at a young age, and then I got bit by a spider, and then like, ugh, like, just set off the fear for me. But yeah, that's why like when I think of like them, I just think of the movie Eight-Legged Freaks. Like my mind flashes back to that movie, which, by all accounts, very silly movie. Very silly movie. Funny enough, actually, on that term, Crowner actually came forward one day. I was like, "Hey, did you see this trailer for this game? It's called Huntsman, and it's literally just it's just a game about being hunted by a giant one of those, and there's like a giant tarantula and giant trapdoor spider." I was like, he's like, "Would you play this?" I'm like, for enough subs, maybe. But it'd be a lot of goddamn subs. There's not really too many games that involve them, thankfully, but like, the company is the arachnophobia mode. I mean, I appreciate the creatures, but still. I think one of the best versions is what's it called? What's that game called? Grounded? Because like Grounded, there's like various modes of it. Like it goes from like removing the legs or removing the fangs, just making it blobs. Like there's like 10 levels of it, which I think is a really cool one. But yeah, Lethal Company has a really good one as well. But thankfully with these bite-sized games. But yeah, I wanted to get back into things with like some bite-sized games because I realized that like once February, like late, so there's literally only like 3 or 4 streams I have planned on certain days. One is like at the end of February, I'm gonna play the Tales of Berseria remake. And I thought about it. Skyrim Arachnophobia mode was originally horrible. It just made them visible. Oh god, that's terrible. But yeah, I thought about it for some time, and I don't think I'm gonna do a like huge like I don't want to say giveaway stream or like huge like, hey, if we hit 50 subs or 20 subs or 10 subs, we're gonna do something. Because if anyone knows if anyone knows me, if anyone knows the community, Tales of Berseria means a lot to me. Because that's where I get my buddy's name from. And I was going through a bit of a hard time at the time. Like that's also how I started my channel. It's the first game I played at completion on my channel. So like Tales of Berseria holds a really good spot for me. So I think that I'm just going to do like a week beforehand. Like, hey, I plan on streaming this day for Tales of Berseria. I would like for you to be there to celebrate this game that means a lot to me. No, like, I don't want to make it seem like there's anything of like there's reward for showing up. Just like, hey, this game means a lot to me. It's coming right around at my birthday. I'm gonna play it on my birthday. Or my birthday weekend, you know. The other thing I've planned is actually at the end of this week. Yeah, we just got together with it. My body's guy is it bad and did him and one. Now we're just reskinning his wolves. Okay. So at the end of this week, I'm taking part in the team versus team Marvel Rivals. That's being hosted by Rin, I think, as well as by DJ, because they're going to be on opposite teams. And it's going to be like what is it? Whatever. What is it? 6-on-6. Where I'm going to be one of the players. And then the only other thing that's going to be planned is that at some point I'm going to do Signalities, which is going to be up in the air. And then I did get Patty to say yes for a collab, so I plan to do it. Is Demon Pact Claris, which is a the best way to put it is a very meme heavy furry JRPG game. Because I was like, hey, would you want to do it? He's like, I'd be game. I think it'd be just very hilarious to go through it. Honestly, I really enjoyed the game itself. From what I saw from a YouTuber I like, play a bit of it, and it's just very. There's like a lot of artwork. I think all the artwork is made by the creator, so like it's just very interesting that like there's not. For as silly as it is, there's a lot of care put into it. The 2 dates is Marvel Rivals one's gonna be January 9th. I believe it's gonna be 8 o'clock, like Eastern Standard Time. I'm back. Did you miss again? Yeah, you did. I got the train ticket and got on the train. The Tales of Berseria is gonna be either the 28th or 29th, more than likely. Maybe the 27th. We'll see. It really depends on if Saki wants to give me up for the rest of the day. She does have me for my birthday, you know. And then the Impact Claris is gonna be something in the works. They just need to find free time for it. And then Signalities is gonna be when I have a lot of free time. Yeah, it wasn't too scary, but I think the horror for the game was that like you just feel very. It feels very empty, you know. It feels very oppression, very oppressive. Don't think I can play this game with my controller set to put it down. Certain Horror is a collection of experimental first-person horror games. Most games are very short, 10 to 15 minutes, and are designed to be played from one sitting. They do not feature save mechanics. Longer titles that feature save mechanics be marked for the disc icon. No. Just turned into crowds, which was weird to run into a bunch of crowds in the forest and caves. I want to preface this with sarcasm. My favorite arachnophobia mode was the live stream D&D campaign I took a part of. Control Room Alpha, the other side, Carbon Steel, Concrete Tremor, Tartarus Injury. Game where you secretly drill for a reinforced metal wall using jig and drill. You have to repair and maintain the drill throughout the process using tools and other pieces of equipment to pinpoint and fix issues that occur. Oh. Oh. That takes you right back to start. Yes, but there's very loud sarcasm there. Because, that was quite literally my least favorite. I actually, I'll give credit to Triforn. They replaced it with Kittens, which I do appreciate. Tower Syndrome. Let's do that. Tower Syndrome is a short horror game about a mental computer designed for intimidating internal torment. You play as a terrorist in a group of people that set to tap into a vulnerability in the machine. Okay. Oh, also on a, I forgot, there is another stream that's going to be planned. It's probably going to be planned at the very end of the month. So, Patty's going to get one of his wishes come true with one of my streams. Is that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing a full-on, Horse Girl stream. I do enjoy, Uma Musume quite a bit. And, one of my favorite characters, actually my favorite character, is getting a new skin that drops at the end of the month. It's New Year's theme. So I'm gonna do a I'm going to do a what we call a pull stream, where on stream I will actually pull for the horse. And if I get it early and not the pity, like how like if anyone saw Sakura-san's stream when she did, where she pulled for the Halloween banner, I'm gonna be doing the same thing. If I get it early, then I'll start a run with the character. But the plan is that I'm going to pull for it. There is going to be a chant made just exclusively for our chat to spam. I might even get a few people. Horse girls, yes. To give you a quick lore thing, there is a series that's been around since like the last decade or so. Cousin Matt, it's called Uma Musume. Pretty much, it is girls with horse ears and tails racing on the track and then putting on auto concerts. All based off real horses from Japan racing history. Because like how we treat the Kentucky Derby and such, they treat just as seriously over in Japan. Maybe even more serious. Like, you'll have to this day, like, horses that passed away 3 decades ago, people still putting flowers on their grave every year. It's a really big thing. And Uma Musume is, horse girls based off those horses, recreating those races into shows or movies or miniseries, and putting on music concerts. It's strangely like a really good show, and I was talking with this like Sakura one of the times, like, if you didn't tell me like the first season of Uma Musume was like about like horse girls running and everything, I would have thought it was like a light core Yuri anime, because you have like the main character, she's like a this like small town girl who has 2 moms, like her horse girl mom, then her human mom that adopted her, and then she meets this girl who only wants to run with people that can keep up with her, and they're like, how the way they talk to her is like, oh, I could never imagine myself running with anyone else that's not you, or like, oh, the way she runs on the field, it's like beauty coming to life. And I'm like, are these 2 gonna kiss or something? Like, what am I watching? But yeah, I plan to do a stream about it, like the pull for the horse, and then do a run. I plan to get a few people. I think so far I've confirmed Sakura-san and Grindhouse to get into a call to do the chant before I do a pull. I poked Patty once or twice to see if he'd be interested in doing it. Because I took it from a technically Jujutsu Kaisen chant and like reworded it. Oh god, it was very bad. Yeah, that's why I asked. Yeah, 100%. It's like roses are red. Umas against me won't prosper. With these sacred carrots, I summon a big opera, the Uma Stappa. Free my Uma. Yeah, that's why I asked. Absolutely. I was like, you know what? Why don't we have fun with it? Like, instead of just me doing it on my own, like my phone, like doing the pulls and everything like that. Because I have the carrots to do a pity pull. I was like, why don't I just like? I was like, why don't I like do a full on just joke session with it? Because I absolutely knew, no, 4 or 5 people that would actually do the chant before I do a pull. Like, I know Saka would do it. I know Grimes would do it. I know Vaughn will do it just for the fun of it, even though she doesn't know what it is. I know DJ will probably do it as well. And I was like, you know, what if I could get Patty, who knows, like, almost nothing about this series, to do it as well? I think I'm definitely going to make myself another cup of tea after this. As far beneath Hades as heaven is above Earth, construction begins on the foundation of the great computer. Decades later, the first reality of eternal torment was imitated by the machine. In the years 2009, Star Ranger was created. Also, because this probably gonna remind me of I have no mouth and must scream. What are the chances that if Grinos is right and that Stranger Things is actually gonna have another episode, and that the finale was a fake out? What are the chances, like, two big series right now on the internet, Stranger Things and the Ventures, not the Ventures, the Digital Circus, both had cop out episodes? Like, like for weeks, and for 2 episodes, like the Digital Circus was like hyping up that like they might escape or something serious might happen, right? And then they get to the latest episode, and I'm sorry, this is gonna be a spoiler alert, but it was all a adventure that was made. There was no escaping. There was nothing like that. It was all a way for them to be like, yeah, we want to stick around and play with Kane more. That's the good ending. And then Stranger Things is doing this thing, and a lot of people are convinced the finale is not the finale, that there's one more episode going to be coming out. And I'm like, what's the chances, like, two of the big series right now just pull the rug underneath your feet and go, hey, we're not done yet. Time passed to prevent workers from exporting the machine for their personal gain. Once protective measures were set in place, 4 technicians devised a plan and executed into the night. Doing such things, absolute security. I'm honestly convinced the Duffers are just bad writers. Yeah, I heard a lot of complaints. Um, funny enough, I heard complaints from both sides. Like, which is funny because, like, as someone who like is LGBT, it's like very interesting to see when like on both sides conversation. Like, I saw a lot of fans that are like, there was too much LGBT in this show that's for kids, and I saw the other side's like, they're cowards for not doubling down. I was just like, wow, it's funny that you got both sides being mad at how this season's going. Yeah, yeah. It's the funniest thing is that like a lot of TV shows just have like bad endings. Hell, I've said this to does the music just stop after a while? I said this actually to both Patty and Sakusan all the time, and actually Lori as well. One of my favorite readers is writers is I just realized that this. Wait, hold on. I just realized that like, oh, the game opens up a different window just for. I didn't even realize until I looked at our screen lines. It fucking opens up another fucking window. What I hope I wish someone had said something. Thankfully, we didn't much other than 2 paragraphs. uh, okay. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, like I've said this multiple times. Like Stephen King is one of my favorite writers. Like one of my favorite books, The Shining, Doctor Sleep. Even some of his short stories, I really love. Like Green. Oh God, Green Mile was such a great book. But like, a lot of Stephen King books have just fucking terrible endings. Um, I think one of the worst ones is like what was it called? Under the Dome. I enjoyed Under the Dome when it first came out, and I was like, okay, this is a really cool concept. Towns underneath this dome, nothing can get in or out. It's law is quickly losing its place. When explosions start to happen, the small can't leave, things like that. And then the ending is pretty much one. I think it's like the one of the main characters is noticed that they're like being examined by aliens like underneath like a microscope. And he's like, "Can you please let us free, please?" And like, you know what? We'll let you guys all free. I'm like, seriously, that's the ending of them asking aliens who could not care less at this point. Please, could you let us free? And they're like, we'll let you guys free. Like I was like, that's a fucking bullshit ending. Um, I thought Tommy Knockers had a pretty bad ending as well. I think what's it called? Was it the longest mile? The one with like the walking contest. I think you could say either way. Um, I did not mind the ending for it, but I thought it was pretty bad. Where like he wins the contest, um, and then they're like, what's the thing you want? And then he just without answering, he just runs away. And I'm like, dude, if I just walked all those miles and like had to carry myself to victory, I'm not able to run away. I get the idea of it, but like, you know what? That was pretty bad. Um, Insomnia had a weird ending. But Insomnia was like his driest book possible. I think it was like 700 pages, and like things really don't happen until like a third of the way through. And it's just like, oh god. I was like I was rubbing my temples like reading this as a young high school student. Like oh my god. I actually got to like sit down and read like 50 chapters at a time. Otherwise it's gonna take years to finish. But yeah, there's just times where like people don't know how to finish or write things. The thing is that like they try to like write an ending that like everyone will like, and sometimes you just that's all you gotta do. Honestly, I'm in the camp that the person that knows how to write the best endings is actually Terry Pratchett. Because if you read most of Discworld novels, they end on a rather good note. I mean, yeah, a lot of times they're all good endings, but like everything gets tied up neatly. And that's one of the things I really enjoy about Discworld is that like you don't have to read it in order. You just like pick at it whatever you like. I mean, there is a suggested reading order. Like if you're doing the City Watch novels, you should read them in order because then there's characters that are introduced that join the watch that are mentioned. But like you could read like a Granny Weatherax story and suddenly jump into a Sam Vimes novel, then drop into a like Riddickly novel, and like everything gets tied up neatly. You know. Um, God, one of my biggest complaints is that sometimes the Dritz novels have some pretty bad endings. I think my favorite ending is the for the Dritz novels is pretty much the ending of the Drow invasion of Mithril Hall. I thought that was one of my favorite books to read. Like, so good. Like there were so many good moments in that book. The build up to the invasion itself, the ending of the invasion, the after effects. Like R2 has is going to be how to bait them into being the next villain. Um, and then the other one is the ending of the trio. I think it's trio books of Jaraxel and Artemis and Turai, where they pretty much take the crystal shard the ending of the Crystal Shard and them two on the run together, and then going to the Bloodstone lands, and the ending of Artemis like kind of writing him off officially, which doesn't happen for long. I thought was all really good. Crystal Shard does have the best ending possible. It's a really good book. And help us introduces one of the best, I think, the coolest weapons out there, which is Charon's Claw. Ah, Charon's Claw is such a good fucking weapon. Yeah, Crystal Shard is the best book, hands down. I'm a bit of a sucker for the Bloodstone lands because you have a bunch of people who have to go take down a Lich Dragon who are not going to get along with each other. Because what was it? You had Jaraxel, you had Artemis, you had Arrogate, you had I think was like the elf girl that Artemis like starts a relationship with. You have this very very old monk. You have like one or two other heroes, and they all have to work together to take down this Lich Dragon. And I'm like, there was multiple times throughout that book. You're like, are they going to betray each other? Are they gonna work together? Are they all gonna do their own thing? It was been enjoyable. And then you had the king like kind of arrest Artemis, and they had their whole trial thing, and they kind of have their disagreement, but pretty much Artemis was going to sacrifice himself to be the bad guy to kind of unite the Bloodstone lands. It was all very good. But yeah, I feel like I've been just talking for the last 40 minutes or 30 minutes and not playing a fucking game.
You really think it'll work? Yes, the cataract will almost cascade the engine in itself after multiple errors. 1 second on Earth will translate to years in our simulation. And we can leave whenever we want to, right? Of course. Harper, what's the time?
Wait, there's supposed to be 4 of us, right?
46. We're cutting it close, but we should have enough time. Steve is going to blow the power at midnight. Once the engine automatically reboots, the inmates will be thrown into stasis. It should give us maximum power output, hopefully.
Oh, but speaking of like stories and things, it's good. There's the 4th guy.
Secondary floor.
It's gonna make you wonder, like, because like we had like we like for example like Sopranos for a while was like the show, right? Everyone loved everyone was watching Sopranos, whether you loved it or hate it. Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, even The Walking Dead, and Stranger Things. Now I wonder what's going to be the next big show that's going to like take over pop culture because like if you think about like the time period, for example, like when like Breaking Bad and Sopranos were out, everyone loved a anti-hero, right? We can all agree with that. Game of Thrones, fantasy, like from fantasy, whether it was D&D, with like Stranger Things as well, fantasy, nerd culture was becoming big. Marvel became huge, and everyone treated like before when you could be bullied for reading comics. Now everyone reads comics. You know, I wonder what's going to be next, and I wonder with like where this is why I actually wanted actually David to talk about on his stream was like with like the Musume Women mobile game of the year being a gotcha game and this past year for animes has not been too good and Sonora the Gray is getting a lot of push to become anime of the year, which is based off a gotcha game. Could we see maybe an anime or resurgence going on, and that becomes one of the next big shows because like Solo Leveling took the world by storm like for a bit because it was like one of the most accessible like animes out there. I wonder if what will be the next like big TV show because like Pokemon keeps coming out with TV shows, but like it lost its time in the limelight. And I think like for live TV, like Simpsons is never gonna be where it once was. Same thing with South Park. Like South Park, I love to death. Like obviously South Park's heyday was like decade ago. I would say the early to mid 2000s, like when it was the biggest. Um, I wonder what show is gonna be next that like really draws everyone in because like a lot of shows have been going on. Like the Wheel of Time show, I saw like some people enjoyed it, but like it was very slow to start. Um, it makes me wonder like what is going to be the next show. It's tough with streaming service. It is, but like I'm someone who wears a pirate hat. Okay, like once I learned that there's like movies or shows that I want to watch, and like, oh, you can only watch it if you have Netflix in France. I'm like, you know what? Can I buy the movie? No, you can't buy the movie, and it's out of circulation. I'm like, you know what? Pirate it is. Yeah, Wheel of Time did not get renewed again. I'm not surprised. It's Wheel of Time is a very hard show to do in the first place because Wheel of Time is a very slow read, but it is rewarding because it's a lot of world building. And unfortunately, um, when it comes to like TV shows nowadays, you need to do something to keep an attention span going on. I think a great book series that would make a great show is Red Rising. But at the same time, I don't want Red Rising to get a TV show or movie because I want it to stay like pure in its own way. Who cares if that Robert Jordan?
Oh, yes, sure, sure, you'll be worth it. Sir, and what is it?
Fallout. It could be Fallout. I think Fallout's a good choice. It is definitely polarizing to the fandom.
It's a hard drive.
But I feel like there's different criticisms because I've talked to like different Fallout fans and they like different criticisms overall. Like I heard like how they treated like Mr. House. A lot of people were not happy with. There was other people that were a lot of people were not happy with how they treat like Brotherhood of Steel almost as like chumps.
Shit. You don't have literally made any name other than hard drive.
Speaking of westerns, and I hate that I keep pausing a bit. Um, Jonah Hex is apparently getting a new series, which I was surprised to hear because I feel like Jonah Hex is kind of like one of those like characters that like you you don't have to be like a hardcore fan in like the comic world, but like being somewhat of a fan, you heard the name. Like you know what I mean? It's like it's not top of the iceberg, but it's like level 2 or 3, if that makes sense. You're more handling than Sierra Legion, but I decided to just let it ride, enjoy it for what it is. That's fair. Um the Ghoul is hands down the best character though, like, let's be honest. Um it might be Fallout actually now I think about it. There's not really any other show I can think of that like really stands out.
Alright, hardware, 4,000 to the lower level and insert the rectal partition they live in. Meanwhile, we'll get everything.
Oh, that reminds me, cousin Matt. If you really like Fallout, there's this fan animation about it's like a I think it's like a 30-minute animation. There's like two different animations. It's about the Battle of Helios one. Um and it's good because it's like about it's pretty much about like the outside of like the NCR try and do its Operation Solar Flare. Oh, it's so good. And then like it's the outside battle and everything. Then when they break through, it's the inside. And the fucking NCR Rangers are so fucking badass in that video. They're just tearing shit up, and that's like how lore is supposed to treat. Like, yeah, if you run into a Brotherhood of the Steel Paladin, oh no, you're in for a bad time. But if you run into a veteran NCR Ranger, they're the worst threat because like the only thing that makes the Brotherhood of the Steel Paladin dangerous is that power armor. What makes the NCR veteran so dangerous is that he's been doing this for a long time, longer than you. Oh, it's such a good watch. Like it, it and you can tell like the difference between if you're into Desert Rangers, you've run into Desert Rangers, you're fucked. That's it. And I like how they capture so well because like the one thing that the games do hint at, as well as some of its like lore stuff, from things, is that a lot of the Brotherhood, they win with superior weapons. They're not the greatest fighters. Like the Brotherhood has gotten pushed out of different areas multiple times because they'll give a weapon to someone and they don't know how to train them into it. And then, but NCR Rangers are someone that's really, really trained with what they have, which is not much. Because like that was always the difference between was like the better equipped guy versus the better trained guy, if that makes sense. And yeah, yeah, Rangers are better than Brotherhood of Steel. I'm sorry to say, because no matter what game you play, they're always getting their ass beat. Wonder why we're here. Oh, and speaking of like, I have no mouse that I must scream. One of my favorite like fan animations, or I should even say like, voice actor work was of AIM talking to Ultron, and the difference between how they treat their own creation and humanity overall. Like Ultron kind of let go of its hatred, where AIM has not let go of its hatred, and them talking to each other and pointing out the flaws in their own logic and emotions was a very interesting like comparison of two characters. Because yes, does Ultron have like disdain for humanity and lavish runs? It does, but doesn't let its hatred overrun its logic. Where AIM lets its hatred run first and its logic second. And it's very interesting to see how like two AIs compare with how they treat humanity. Oh, Cousin Ben, if you're still here, were you here when I told Patty one of the how I'm going to be a menace with interactions with Mel, who I got full permission to do things with her character? Um, oh, that's really cool to look at. Pretty much. Oh, okay, you heard? Yeah, yeah. I plan to be a bit of a menace when it comes to RP. I plan to use it. Was it? What's the skill? It's like Caesar take. Pretty much you take control. Was it take control of the situation? I plan to use that as often as I can because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play. Mary didn't make it back right now. I plan to make a bard. Your wheelchair ramp. Ooh. I plan to make the most like obnoxious and not character as possible. Me and Mel have talked about like different interactions, and one of my favorites is that I'm gonna grab them by like the corners of their mouth, like, you know what? You should smile more, and they'd be like, oh no, ew. Actually, I like you pouting better. Don't smile, please. Oh, we stopped. I am so dumb. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing here. So if I'm being actually time, I'll put to the next game. Yeah, I don't get this game here. Cause I don't want like time to end and be like, oh hey, you messed up. I'm like, I don't even know where I messed up. Using a very interesting position of that is true. I have played a lot of the I've actually played a lot of the what's it called? Hearts of Iron 4 Fallout mod. I had to think about it for a minute. I think eventually I plan to play like the excuse me? I don't think I liked how these games open up a different like view. It's a very fun mod. They're always adding more to it. Because like it'll like drop me into something else. Alright. But yeah.
I am starving.
Oh god, not this voice again. Not the Faith voice.
What do you see from your room? What do you see? All I see is a wall. You know someone with a roof and rats, right? Really? Yes. So, where are we? I have no idea.
I should check the roof, okay. Why is this game so dark? Oh.
Two players on the roof. Permission to open fire? Negative. What if they jump ship? It won't be unfair. They are going to die anyway. What 25 billion, 5 shots murdered.
Oh.
5 consecutive missiles reabort the football. First one to disable the opponent's building win.
Jesus Christ. So that's... Oh, so we're playing Battleship. Okay. We'll try one day. Why not? Do I have to like do it like this? Okay, so we have to like guess where they are in here. Okay.
Administration. I am terribly sorry. It seems there has been a mix-up. You are not supposed to be here. You will be evacuated. Oh my God! Really? Yes. I just need to know which building you were in. It's building. Please, thanks.
Wow, this is a fucked up game. I probably won't be going for much longer. Probably after this game, I'll be cutting it quick for the day. Have a good night, Cousin Matt. Alright, that was a different game. I think that's where I'm going to cut off now just because my throat's still feeling a bit recovering from a bit of a sickness. But thank you all for stopping by, and I will see you next time with my next game. I'm probably going to do another horror game. If not, I'll probably some Fields of Mystery as we build up towards recovery into Signalius. Good night.